Hello everybody, welcome to another Valheim tutorial. Today we're going to be learning about KG Valheim's Blueprint mod. One of my favorite features of this mod is it allows the player to make this special box where they can build anything in the game. But there's a catch. We can see them, we built them for free, but we can't actually do anything with them. The player can build anything that they can fit in this space. You save your blueprint, do some stuff, and then you can just delete everything, and then boom, it's all gone. Keep in mind though, this is just one feature of the mod. It's not the only way to blueprint. This essentially allows a free building experience without spilling over into your game world where you actually need to get the materials for everything that you build. Without further ado, let's get into actually using the mod. We're gonna start with the simpler features and then work our way up to the more advanced stuff. Of course, you're gonna need to install Blueprint by KG Valheim. You can just search for this in R2 Modman, that's the easiest way to install it. Once you've installed the mod, you'll be able to make a blueprint scroll anywhere in the world, similarly to how you can make a hammer, a torch, or a stone axe. You'll need 10 wood and 5 blueberries. Crafting the blueprint scroll will give you a new tool that you can use in a similar fashion to the hammer or the cultivator or the hoe. Once you've made the blueprint scroll, you can equip it, and then right-clicking will open up this new UI. For now, we're just going to focus on this button up here at the top, Create New. Once you click on that, you'll see that you get this kind of radius. So what we're going to do is try and blueprint this structure right here. We want to make sure that the whole structure is contained within the radius, and then click. This will give us a lovely little visual demonstration of what our blueprint looks like. So we're just gonna name it Ashwood Structure Demo, okay? And then it also gives us an illustration of all the individual pieces in the blueprint. So let's say that I wanted to disable the stairs, I could just click. And that way they're no longer included in the blueprint. Now that we've done that, if we go back into our blueprint tool, we see that there is this Ashwood Structure Demo, and if I click Show Preview, it loads it up. So let's select this, and then we can try and place it. As you can see, it's asking us for 24 Ashwood. I'm in dev mode though, so I don't need it. But normally you would have to have all of the materials to place the blueprint. So if it's a larger blueprint, you'd need to be using some kind of craft from containers mod to be able to place it without Devcommands. Let's look at a way that a player can use this tool to make walls faster than they normally would. Here we have about 300 stone, okay? And here I have a basic decorative stone brick wall. These can take a while to place because you have to place so many parts. But with the blueprinting tool, we can just create a new blueprint and then blueprint our little stone wall here, and we can see that this wall costs about 1 stack of stone. Let's save our blueprint. Now we can right-click to go back into the menu, and we can look at our stone wall and click Select. We have our 50 stone, so now we can take our stone wall and we can place it. It doesn't use the snapping point system. Instead, it uses something more like Infinity Hammer. You find the spot that you want, and then you use page up and page down to move exactly where you want it to go. So I'm gonna line it up pretty much just like this, and we're gonna go like that. There you go, boom. And so now let's take apart 3 of these stone piles. So now I have 100 stone, and I can do the same thing. We go into our blueprint menu, and then we select the stone wall, and from here we find our spot, line it up, and then just get the Y to be where we want it by scrolling down, right? There we go. So I can just do that, right click, do the same thing, boom, there we go. This is an interesting way to add more depth to the building experience for the players without having to give the players Devcommands. So now I feel that you have a pretty solid understanding of the basic functionality of the KG Blueprint mod. Let's look into those giant blueprint boxes that I showed you earlier, because I think they are the coolest part of this mod. They allow you to have a free building experience in a world that isn't a free building world. You can think of it as your imagination box. you'll be able to make these imagination boxes, or blueprint boxes as they're called in the mod, as soon as you get Growston and Surtling cores. So it is at the moment gated to whenever you're able to get some Growston. Let's select this blueprint box here, and you can see that it's enormous and it's kind of tricky to actually place it, right? So what I suggest you do is you find some nice hill somewhere, and then you stand at the very top of the hill, and then place it, and just place it a little bit under your feet. You can see I don't have the Growston and Surtling cores, but now I do. So I can place this just by looking a little bit under the character's feet and then placing it. Now we can see that we get this giant box thing, right? Where you can build anything that you want. You don't have to have any of the resources or be in dev mode at all. This allows each player to just build to their wildest dreams in a dedicated free build space. And the best part of it is that it doesn't mess up the gameplay loop because you can't actually use the items that you build. Let's say that you've messed around for a while and you've made a house that you really like, and you would like to actually place it in the game world. All you have to do is go over to this little table over here that's gonna basically bring up the same menu that we saw earlier when we were saving the blueprint. And now you can see that the blueprint has actually saved some things under it. We have this tree stump. So all we would need to do is click here to disable that tree stump, ensuring that we only have the pieces that we want in our blueprint. Once we name the blueprint and then save it, we can then access it just like we access all of the other blueprints that we made earlier. You can imagine how if you're a player, this would mean, all right, now that you've practiced and you've built your dream house, now you need to go out into the real world and you need to acquire the actual resources necessary to build the thing that you built in the free build zone. So there you go, you know the basics of using KG's blueprint mod. And there's even ways for players to share the blueprints with each other, but I didn't cover those in the video. You'll have to download the mod and try that out yourself. KG, the creator of this mod, also has some other mods that the community adores, in particular the Marketplace and Server NPC mod. In the modded Valheim scene, when you see quests given by NPCs, dialogue boxes, they're probably using KG Marketplace. It's absolutely a favorite among the server developers. Alternatively, if you want to support my work, then consider supporting me on Patreon or getting your own dedicated Valheim server using my sponsor, Zap Hosting. So if you're interested in renting a dedicated Valheim server, but you're not completely comfortable on exactly how to do that, then I've got you covered. You can just check out the video that shows up in the end screen here. It's all about setting up your own Valheim server where you could then add mods, or you could do what I do, where I stick with vanilla friendly stuff and I develop using Expand World Prefabs, and I've got loads of content all about that, which you can also find on my YouTube channel. Alternatively, you could just like this video or any other video about Valheim, and that'll keep YouTube dishing out the Valheim content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!